Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Signs and Symbols, episode 10. Now, I chose this thumbnail here, this picture here, because you see the numbers, with all the numbers floating everywhere. But the main reason why I chose this is because of the book. See, when the book opens, all of these numbers, zeros and ones, and da-da-da-da-da, it starts pouring out, and we all want to keep our name in the book. You don't want to have your name not in the book. That's not good. So, for today's episode, we are covering the numbers 6 and 9. Let us begin. Now, with numbers, we can all look at numbers as face value, right? The 6 and the 9 and the 3s and da-da-da-da-da. Now, for me, I look at numbers as glyphs, like they're actually saying something or they're telling me a story. So let's go deeper to what the 6 is really saying. So you know that there's the thing called the stairway to heaven, right? So before you got here, you're floating around in the spiritual realm in the darkness. But there is light in the darkness. Then you're floating around and you chose your parents. And then once you chose your parents, you said, okay, you signed a deal, a contract. They say you signed the soul contract saying that I would do this and I would do that and I would do this and I would do that. Got it? Okay. So when you made that decision, you came out of the darkness, which is the light, right? You came down the stairway all the way into the 0. Boom! Your mother's womb. Isn't that nice? So let's go over it again. You came down the stairway all the way down into the 0 to your mother's womb. Okay, so you know what this looks like, ladies and gentlemen, because whatever the Creator creates, we kind of mimic and try to figure out, okay, how can we learn from what the Creator has created? So there it is. You came down the stairway again into your mother's womb. Do you see the 6? All right. So you came down here. All right. So we clear on that. I hope we all clear. Moving on. Now we have the 9, the feminine. Right, because in numerology, there's only 0 to 9, and there's no such thing as double-digit numbers, right? You get all of that jazz. So with the 9, when we take another look deeper into the 9, you are now, because you were at the 6, now you are making your way up the stairway into this womb. And now, how would that look like? It would look like this. Well, actually, it's the opposite way, but you get my drift. You see the 9, right? So you're going to work your way up. Let's move this up a little bit. Sorry. Boom. So you're going to work your way up the stairs, down into your mother's womb, into this womb that would be the 9. Now, here's the thing with the 6 and the 9. What happens when you put both of these together? What do you get? You get an 8. Yo! Do you see the 6? Do you see the 9? Yo! So, look, this is what all of this means here when you combine the 6 and the 9. You see that? This basically is saying the upper world and the lower world. As above, so below. Now, we call below the earth, we say Mother Nature. So if it's Mother Nature down here, then up here, would be like the mother goddesses. And look, and then somewhere, what religion did to a lot of us, right? It got me too, guys. I'm not even going to front, right? It said in the books, it said that this is his domain. I'm going to give you dominion over this world. Now, that's what the app told you. But this world wasn't his. Or Lucifer's, whatever you want to call it. Or the god El. Or another, let's say, one of the sun disk worshippers in Mithra. No, we're not going to worship the mans and the sons. No? Do you get it? With the Mithra, and then who else is another sun god deity? Oh, Ra. Right? And then there's the moon deities that we're all worshiping and praying to. Because Moses was a moon god. All males. But the ground we call Mother Nature. So up here in the upper worlds would be like the mother goddesses, like Freya, Isis. We even call this place Gaia, for Christ's sake. But look, let's move on a little bit, because I wanna touch on something here. Do you see the 8? Do you see that? You see the 8? Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is you. Your higher self. And this is you right now. The avatar. In the lower world, the avatar. Oh, what do you know? Now look. Now, are some of you getting the messages from your higher? And this is you. Are you getting the messages through the lower? See, now to work your way up the spiral here with the 9, you would have to pass certain spiritual tests. You would have to have the 7 virtues. You would have to have your ego all the way in check. This takes some years now in order to accomplish this. I'm not going to lie. It takes some years. It takes years. It takes dedication. It takes focus, concentration. It takes all of that to work your way up to the upper room. Yes. Now, Dick Gregory left us with something and said this. And this is for all of my practitioners out here that practice into the dark arts. To come to the upper room, you're not going to trick the universe here. You're not going to out-slick it, and you're never going to outthink it. Please understand that this right here is the 8, the upper and lower. Now, to all of my practitioners, if you don't get it, no problem. You can stay down in this world here. And this is called Life 101. Hey, and if some of you are really doing the dirt out here, you'll even drop lower and lower and lower. And then you have to work your way all the way up. Now, that's going to take some lifetimes. But so for the ones who are experiencing Life 101, you can climb up these stairs with being kind. You can climb up these stairs with helping others. Service for others. That can get you to the upper room, so you don't have to repeat this again. Now, when it comes to parenting, we don't want our children repeating the same mistakes we do, so we make them not to repeat it. So the same thing happens here, ladies and gentlemen. I can even give you another example. They say in the brain, when you look at the brain, 10% is the conscious mind, and the 90% is the subconscious. The 10% is the lower, the 90 is above. So what are you going to deal with? The lower or the above? Now, with the subconscious mind, you can't see everything. Just as in the real world, in the physical realm, you can't see everything. But the unseen world is governing the scene. It's simple. See the 8, ladies and gentlemen? So we go from the 6, mash it together to the 9, and then you get the 8. Did I do that? Hey, did I do that? Did I do that? Hey, did I do that? Okay, look. It's your boy, T. Wrigglesby.